Kevster's trying to keep tabs, again, on that Ashe. Not in a position to push up, though. Even disruptor shots thrown out by Happy to dissuade any further advancement from the Defiant.
It's a really early rally, too, from the Defiant. I mean, they rally, they get up there, and nothing happens.
Dangerous now, because guess who's got the rally skewed? Comes in with his, and Chorong has to send the beat out now, and it gives the Defiant enough of a buffer to find a kill on Happy, but Funny Astro's going to be able to pop his beat a little bit later in the fight. And the Defiant are still not at full strength, and they're unlikely to be for the remainder of this engagement here as Kevster finally decides to dive in. Chorong hard pressed to get away alive here. Kevster will not give up the chase.
It's still a pretty good start, though, for the Toronto Defiant.
Defiant takes a huge amount of damage because he's stationary at the start of the animation from Rampage. He still connects it well enough, and Happy now, with this overclock, is really applying the pressure, but the Glads need to get the point flip. They need to get rid of Hotbar here. They need to start setting up a win condition.
Yeah, the Rampages, I think, from both sides have left a lot to be desired, and Toronto is doing a nice job of extending this, right? You're going to get up to, final fight territory for them, the Gladiators. Yeah, and Bob is going to be coming online here shortly for the Defiant, and they're going to lose Reiner. That's huge pick off there for the Defiant, but can Happy bring it back?
He's trying to deal with all this pressure that Kevster's applying, but he leaves the point. Turns out, so do the rest of the Gladiators in that moment. Nicely done by the Defiant here, looking just a little better in that round.
To this point, like, outside of the kill on a Funny Astro, and obviously some of the kills that probably happen right now, like, for a very long time, there's like really like nothing going on, right? Like, no team's able to find any kills. There's this has really been all Defiance here on our second point on the series.
Although has quietly been putting in a huge performance, Happy has to find that kill to start this fight up and put his team on the front foot at the very least. And yet the Gladiators still decide to go for the sound barrier on top just for insurance. And sure enough, Happy will find the mark, and the Gladiators will get in control.
Waste this time. They have to kind of have an idea of what you're going to do here with the ultimate economy.
Reiner hit by that Rampage, but crucially, skewed is too. Reiner holds onto that ultimate here as he knows the Gladiators need to win a few consecutive fights, and Kevster eventually is going to get brought down here. Dangerous for the Gladiators now. It's going to be a Rampage user. That might have been just from Reiner to try and stay on the point. He got booped off, and that might have been the end of him. So he has to ult there. Funny Astro looking dangerous here as well, just trying to play around the point and, again, create some environmental kill pressure as Hotbar goes so low. Good timing, though, here from Twilight. He comes straight on in with a shield bash, announces his entry. But Kevster gets rid of Hisu's teammate before he has a chance to really intervene. It's a Bob in neutral position out in the courtyard. He sends over towards the point, and that's going to be enough to bring Funny Astro down. A very good look for the Toronto Defiant, as clearly the Glads are still looking for answers in this metagame.
And nobody was there with him. It looked like maybe that Kevster had dove in to try and put some pressure onto Hisu, and they had a disruptor shot going in there, and man, this is all Gladiators right now.
Forget about this if you're the Defiant. Not good. Hotbar going to be under a lot of pressure here. He and Twilight will try and stall for as long as they can, but the Gladiators get one of the hardest parts of the map for attackers to play. It's a very good sign for them here as they move into this next phase of the map with 5:25.
This is where, like, Dallas had success when playing against an overclock. I think that's good enough for the Gladiators to win it here.
So they disengage. Lose Funny Astro in the process, but nothing more than that. Skewed, gonna go for the rally. He's right now hit with some anti-heal, but Kevster finds Twilight. They got rid of the immobile Ana, who's responsible for most of the healing here, and very quickly the Defiance is obviously stationary, but little trick there as the cart is able to keep moving him forward, making sure you get extra value out of him. And Kevster's brought down. Can't do much about Twilight here. The Gladiators have to try and do this with 4 and a rally, but the Rampage hits all of them. And that Brig ult is completely shut down. The Defiant here finding some bite to back up the bark.
Yeah, really good fights there for the Defiant. I thought the follow up.
Hotbar's getting healed so much from the tick damage that he caused there, and he's just able to find 2. Headshot on Happy, and he actually really making a big impact here in the final moments. The Defiant, yes, they'll be under 90 seconds, but they'll get the map done. Sound barrier going to come out there as well from Toronto. Timing from the Lucio, and again, there's much more work to be done for the Defiant. Both Genji's getting a blade kill, but Kevster's the one that's out of the picture here. Happy able to bring all those down. Here comes a Rampage from Hotbar. Good connection on Reiner, but Funny Astro seems to be avoiding scrutiny for the most part now. And Happy's going to get that ultimate online. He's still looking anything but as Happy makes it 2. Funny Astro seals that one away, but the Gladiators put the Defiant to a halt. very low. Catch a stray and he's done, but there it is. The inevitability. Happy going to be able to connect that railgun. Hotbar brought down there as well. The whip shot connecting, and this is looking pretty bad for the Toronto Defiant now, as although Dash only takes him so far. Happy able to evade the Genji. And the Glads have this point A. Just apply pressure and necessitate the Defiant being on the card at all times now. Toronto low, very low, taking some big hits, and Happy's able to finish the job with a railgun. That's not a great start to this fight there. Hisui took a full slash from Kevster as he came in with a swift strike, and Hotbar is down. Yep, this one is over, ladies and gentlemen. The Defiant get forced back, tail between legs, and the Gladiators, they even up the series.
Just really bad defense from the Defiant. You need to win a game like this.
Great beat timing there from Funny Astro. Although has one as well, so we can play a bit more aggressively here, but he won't find much with the blade. Another deflect there from Kevster on Hisui, and although follows soon after. Just the finer points of the Genji mechanics here, really carrying Kevster and the Gladiators to victory in those last couple of fights. Fantastic looks.
You hope.
You become a man of faith.
Yeah.
Karong taken down, Reiner gets too close, and the knife seals the deal. Reiner, or he hit the swing there. He's lost skewed, and Kevster bombed. Look at the value from Bob. Pretty impressive stuff here, but it's going to take more than that for Hotbar to get out of this one in one piece.
It's a brutal spot to use that Rampage from, because the Gladiators, they can play around all these, line of sights here around this, pillar around the statue. You have kind of like the carts there. It's difficult to really get a great line of sight, just run through with the Rampage, and they don't really get much for it. They don't do anything here on offenses. Just beef this, then you get real scared.
Kevster low and doesn't have a chance to blade there, and Happy can't find anything either. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, obviously ultimate advantage there for the Gladiators, but Toronto have such a sick positioning, right? Playing this high ground. We've seen different metas with different spawn camp strategies on this part of the map.
You get the rally out too,
You can still lose the map from here if you're the Defiant, obviously. The margin's very slim. Here's the Rampage. Just hold
only gets Hotbar.
They're gonna find that kill still. Getting a complete kill here. Definitely better than just applying that Rampage to a few players here. But the Defiant are giving...
Do they rally?
Yep.
Yeah, they rally. They're still in this.
Down. There's a blade here for Kevster. Doesn't feel good to use it right now, though, but what other opportunity you're going to have? It's now or never, Kev. Give it some thought. Here's the blade, and here we go. Although pull these one out as well, and there it is. Kevster's going to go down.
What?
Oh, okay, man.
What a map.
Absolutely silences the Gladiators there. Didn't really have all their guns to bear in that last fight, but although catches Kevster from that high ground.
And something we didn't talk about, Hisui on the Sojourn here at the start of Toronto. So, as we say,
not bad.
lands a headshot on the Happy. Oh, they end up using the rally here as Reiner dies as well. So, you're going to be able to hold on to your rally here if you're the Defiant, and I think this could be a big opportunity for you. But I think the Sojourn here, it's almost a must.
To push around this corner, I think, at the moment. That's just the fact of the matter. Gets his blade, though. One that, although, cannot answer. Yeah, pretty solid stuff there. Hotbar and Hisui both fall. The Gladiators, again, relying on this superstar to put themselves back on even footing. If they can even get there, they're still behind by a good 20 meters plus.
Serve on defense.
Hisui tries to pressure, but Kevster closes the gap and then finds the blade. It puts him in striking distance of Twilight. For the third time in a row, Kevster saves his team from giving up this key checkpoint here. 2 minutes, 54 seconds left. Remember, it's a must-win map for the Gladiators here if they want to, I don't know, not go 0-4. Blade comes out, he's hoping to finish the job. Gets hit real hard, though, as he tries to approach Hotbar. Both Junker Queens are down now. Kevster just trying to clear the area around the bot if at all possible. Make sure Toronto can't keep moving it back their way. And that's the Gladiators there, winning another key fight. This is getting a little scary for Toronto now. Map 5 is looming large.
Hisui and Twilight. Twilight's gone. Hisui with a kill on a funny edge. Okay. A second there. I think you still had skewed in the mix, but
ahead in this fight with that sound barrier now expiring with the damage. Oh, the damage has already been done. Desperate attempts to contest here for Reiner and Skew, but it's unlikely to be enough as Hotbar tries to peel back a little bit. Kevster's blade's going to find the elimination on Twilight, but it is not enough. He eventually is forced to succumb now as Happy slides forward, trying to play Limbo, not Overwatch, I guess. And that's going to be it. The Toronto Defiant get the job done, and the Gladiators getting served up a fat L.